Hey there. Are you ready to plan your best year ever for 2023? Are you tired of setting those New Year's resolutions that really don't work, or you fall short, or you kind of trying to figure out what they were because somehow they just kind of disappeared? Well, it's time for a change. It's time to learn how to plan and execute your goals in a way that will guarantee success. How you doing? I'm Dr. Geneva, leadership strategist, and I help women leaders and entrepreneurs transform their mindset into confidence and live vibrantly. The subject of planning your best year is all in the air. Everybody talking about it because it's that time of the year. It's something about, as you start a new year, start a new chapter, it's that benchmark for thinking about new things, doing new things, taking on new adventures, resolving to accomplish whatever it is that you want to do, you've been thinking about doing. Well, I think the best way to, really achieve the kind of success in your career, in your business, in your home, and in your life is to have a plan, okay? And do some planning. Now, why am I such a geek on planning? First, planning helps you, it just helps you achieve your goals because it's like a roadmap to follow. You got it planned out, you know where you're going, you've got the destination in mind, you kind of figured out what the journey might look like, and you've built in the kinds of goals and steps and activities that can help you, get what it is that you want to get, what you want to achieve. Another reason why I think that planning and having a game plan is a hack, a secret hack for achieving success, is you can manage your time better. And we all could use tips and strategies and ways to make better use of our time so that we can be more productive. And planning helps you manage your time more effectively, particularly when you break your goals down into smaller tasks and assign some timing or scheduling to them, putting them even in your calendar. It helps you ensure that you're using your time in the most productive way possible. And I also believe that you want to schedule to manage your time, not just to take care of career or business things, but the social life, taking care of your health, being with your family and friends. And if those things are important to you and you plan them out and you're intentional about them, you'll make sure that in fact you can achieve those things that you want. And the third reason why I think that planning, having a game plan matters, is it helps you stay on track. Planning helps keep you focused. I've been a planner for many, many years. I got my education in planning when I started out as a youngster and learned how to do planning in all different kinds of ways. And then I went on to help communities and individuals in neighborhoods who wanted to transform their communities in one way or another. They wanted to reduce the dropout rate for young people. They wanted to end homelessness, wanted to get young people jobs, just a myriad of different things to make their neighborhoods or their communities better. And we started out with a plan. And the work that I would do was to work with these individuals in neighborhoods and communities all over in putting together that plan, figuring out what needed to happen, what were the goals that would be important, how to set timelines. And you know what? So many of those plans and projects and folk working in neighborhoods achieve success. It happened because they planned and they were able to achieve their goals, manage the time and effort they put in it, and to stay on track. So, planning, having yourself a game plan, get yourself a game plan. You need a game plan, okay? And that's how you can get your best year ever in 2023 because you got a game plan. You have a plan and you're doing planning. So, here are some tips, some steps to put together your plan. One of the first things you want to do with starting any planning activity is to think about your goals. And you want to set goals. And oftentimes, those goals need to be SMART goals. Now, I'm sure many of you have heard about S.M.A.R.T, SMART goals. So I'm going to just go over that for a moment. But I want you to stay around. Don't say, oh, Dr. Geneva, I heard about those SMART goals. Let me skip on. Because you want to hear my SMART goals. What I think makes sense for you to be SMART. So based upon my 40 plus years of experience, so stick around. SMART goals means being specific, measurable, actionable, relevant, and time bound with your goals. So when we say specific, for example, so let's say you have a goal, you want to write a book. Well, you might want to put some specificity around that. You want to write a book for young people. You want to write what type of book? Perhaps a cookbook. Um, getting that specificity. So I want to write a cookbook for young people. Gets a little bit more definitive, measurable. So how do you measure that? So let's stay with our example. I want to write a cookbook for young people by a particular date or a certain time. Or this helps put in both the measurability, because you know by whatever time, and if you've written that book, you have gotten success, but it also puts some time in it. That's your T. So I want to write a cookbook for young people by the end of the year or some date that's there. And then you may want to say, I want to write 5 different cookbooks for young people. You see how, by a certain time of the year, you see how we're building in the SMART goals because we're being specific. We're able to measure and be able to see when we reach success. And then what about achievable and realistic? Now, do you think, staying with that goal, that you can write 5 different cookbooks for young people by the end of the year? So if you were writing this goal, if this was something that you were thinking about and desiring, you would stop and ask yourself, well, am I going to be able to get this done? And before you get to the how, okay, ask yourself, am I going to be able to see the results of this? Is this achievable? Is it really realistic? So perhaps you want to say, I want to write 2 different cookbooks for young people by the end of the year. Would that work? So you see, you can play around with your goals, which is one of the things oftentimes we don't talk about. And that is that, these goals are yours. So you can play around and massage them as you want. Let me tell you my SMART. Mine is S for simple works. I have seen, and throughout all my years, I've seen groups and individuals spend enormous amount of time working on goals that sometimes are 2 and 3 and 4 sentences long. Listen, you want to be able to achieve these goals. Keep it simple. Okay, keep it so that you can understand, so that you can relate to it. That's my S. My M is milestones work. So as you're setting your goals, breaking them down into small pieces makes a lot of sense, particularly as you can note your progress and achieve certain milestones, because that can keep you motivated. So I believe in taking that goal, that goal that's maybe a sentence or two long, not very long, that's very simple, and setting up, you know what am I going to feel like when I achieve this, and let me figure out what the milestones of achievement would be. That helps you stay motivated, and it works. A. My A is achieve with yourself and with the support of others. The thing that I've learned is that it's important for you to figure out what it is you want to do in your own life and set your own goals, but there's nothing wrong with seeking the support and help with and from others, be it family, friends, colleagues, bouncing off your ideas of others and asking people, well, what do you think? So you can achieve, that's my A, your goals, working on them yourselves and seeking the help and support of others. My R in SMART goals is reward yourself. Too often we start, with these goals, we're very focused, that's good, but we're just grinding it. And we don't stop when we get even the little bit amount of success. So in our example of I want to write 2 cookbooks for young people by the end of the year, when you've written page 1 or gotten your title, a crush it title, or perhaps gotten some support from a friend of yours who tells you, that's the best idea I've heard. Stop and celebrate. Reward yourself. Go get a massage, take a walk, um, go out to dinner, celebrate. Remember, during this process, it's very important to reward yourself so you can stay motivated. And finally, that T for me is take action. I can't tell you how many times I've seen folk, and myself too, set a goal and, I'll work on that goal. I make sure it's specific and it's simple, and it's result oriented, and, I'm real proud of it. And after a while, it just sits there. It really does. I really don't take the energy, the action, because, it's not what you think about or what you hope for, it's what you do. So taking action once you've set your goal, because of course you've written it down on a piece of paper, but just don't let it lie there. Actually get busy about the business of achieving your goal. So that's my S.M.A.R.T. I hope you find it valuable. If you do, give me a like or a comment. Let me know what you think. What if you were to design your own S.M.A.R.T? What would the letters stand for you based upon your experience in writing goals? Okay, so let me give you some other tips as you're developing your best year ever by putting together a plan. Prioritize. Oftentimes when we have goals, and I recommend 3 to 5 goals a year. That is really a lot of goals to focus on. But it doesn't matter. It's your goals. You can have as many as you want. What I do recommend, however, is that you do some type of prioritization. You look at the goal and ask yourself, well, how will this goal get me closer to my vision, to my desired future state that I have for myself, this desired future image that I want for myself? Uh, Wait a minute, you don't have a vision? You haven't created or imagined your desired future self? Hey, check out my video on vision and how to set vision, because that's a important step. In fact, it's a pre-step to setting your game plan for the year. And if you need help with that, please just drop me a line, drop me a note. I'm helping women leaders and entrepreneurs figure out their next best steps for this year in my 3-step coaching session. So I'd love to have you. There's information about it underneath this video. So you want to be able to prioritize your goals according to what's important and what will move you towards your vision. I also wanted to emphasize, leave you with the strategy as you're doing your goals, as you're creating your best plan ever for what's going to be a great, great year. I do want you to take care to be well. Now, you might say to me, Dr. Geneva, we talking about planning and strategy and having a game plan and goals. What does taking care of myself got to do with anything to have my best year? Well, you got to be in good shape if you want to carry out your goals. So many people don't think about how their physical and mental capacity affects what they can do and what they can achieve. And when I talk about planning for your best year ever, I want you to make sure that you're in good health, that you're being well, that you're thinking about your well being, and that at least one of your goals will address your well being. Well, now you may say to me, well, look, I'm an entrepreneur or a leader, I'm running a company, or I'm an executive in a prestigious firm. All that's good. My goals, you may be saying, have to do with my business and my career. Listen, you are not a single dimensional person. You ain't got just one aspect to your life. You have a number of different aspects to your life. You have your career and business, right, but you've got your family, you've got your health, there's the spiritual community, there's money and finances, there's your social connections. There are a lot of different aspects to your life, so that as you're planning your goals, you need to consider these various aspects of your life. And one of them that I'm suggesting that is in your game plan this year, next year, and for all the years to come is the goal that's going to deal with how you're going to take care of yourself, whether it's losing weight or taking care of your teeth, or taking care of your health by working out, by exercising, by moving more. Whatever your well-being is, you want to make sure that you take care of yourself and that in fact you include that in your game plan. So, those are some tips and strategies as you're developing your best year ever. I'd love to hear what you think and what are the strategies that you have for planning out what's going to happen for you in the year coming up, because designing your own life is possible. We have that ability. And I encourage you to always step forth and take charge of your life, empower yourself. And if you want to, really focus in on this year and the goals that you want to achieve, because you're a high achieving woman and you want to make sure that you're focused, that you're on track, that you're accountable, and that you achieve your future desired self. I can help you with that. Find out more with the 3-step sessions. They're one-on-one personal coaching sessions. And at the end of our time together, upfront and personal, you will have your game plan for 2023, your best year ever.